Hello. Today we are talking about Sheogorath, the Daedric Prince of Madness. One of the most powerful of the Daedric princes, they are worshipped by mad mortals all over Nirn. Widely known to researchers of Oblivion as an inscrutable force of chaos in an already immutable plane. The creator of the famed Daedric artifacts such as the Wabbajack, the Fork of Horripilation, and the Staff of the Everscamp. Horripilation is another word for goosebumps for the curious. Their most powerful artifact is the Staff of Sheogorath, and is a symbol of authority in their realm. Involved with mortals in every era, the Mad God bestows their blessing upon those sufficiently colorful minds. Some blessings in the form of their artifacts, such as the Staff of the Everscamp, are demonstrably aimed to torment the mortal recipient. Others, like the Wabbajack, are relatively useful to mortal adventurers. One may transmute a rampaging owlet into a block of cheese, or a bandit into a hostile Dremora lord with a taste for mortal meat. Their realm, the Shivering Isles, is a reflection of the dual extremes commonly observed afflicting mortal minds. The bright, vibrant, and virile lands of mania contrast the dim, depressing, and oppressive lands of dementia. The twin cities of Bliss and Crucible sit around New Sheoth Palace. This lush palace is home to the Daedric Prince and their loyal servant, Haskill. Sheogorath's Daedric minions, the Golden Saints and Dark Seducers, police the cities with their inhabitants. Loyal to the Mad God, these powerful Daedra are a force to be reckoned with. Revealed during the events of the last Grey March, Sheogorath was originally known as Jigalag, the Daedric Prince of Order. Cursed with madness and a cyclical metamorphosis by the other Daedric princes once they felt threatened by the raw power of Order. During these Grey Marches, they would transform into Jigalag, destroy their realm, and then twist back to Sheogorath before starting it all over again. The Grey Marches ended when the hero Kvatch vanquished Jigalag for good, and then fully mantled the Mad God. Since this is how the DLC, The Shivering Isles, ends, the Sheogorath met in Skyrim by the last Dragonborn is in fact the only time two protagonists from different Elder Scrolls games have interacted together. Historical records of the Third Era hint that Sheogorath was responsible for sending the Moonlit, Bar-Da, or Baur-Dur, at Vivec City. Some accounts state that the Daedric Prince tricked the mass into hurling itself at the tribunal in an act of rebellion. Vivec of the Om-Sivi, using the stolen powers of the Heart of Lorkhan, halted the Moonlit's descent and then renamed it the Ministry of Truth. In the end, after the disappearance of Vivec, Sheogorath's trick finally arrived at its punchline, as the Moonlit crashed into the city. In the nation of Elsewhere, Sheogorath is known as the Skooma Cat. The Khajiit people and their creation story places the Mad God as the child of Anhur and Fadomai, with his duty to be a test for the people. Some Khajiit believe that Sheogorath tests them by making them doubt the very thoughts in their mind, while others view him as adversarial to their beliefs at every turn. With the Prince of Madness, who can actually say for sure? Detailed in the books The Myth of Sheogorath, penned by Mamophanos during an unknown age, they are credited with many feats. The creation of music to help mortals emulate the song of birds with their wretched voices was completed by sundering a wistful young woman into parts for lutes, flutes, and drums. The Prince of Madness also answered the call of oppressed townsfolk suffering under the dictatorial King Leander, blessing the city with madness until the line of Leander was no more. Sheogorath themselves was reportedly mighty pleased with the outcome, continuing to bless the city with artists and madmen alike. In the book series, 16 Accords of Madness, penned by an unknown mad author, the tales of Sheogorath's interaction with the other Daedric princes can be found. Of the 16, however, only 3 have been found. Book 6 details wonderfully how the Prince of Madness beckoned forth Hircine, Daedric Prince of the Hunt, into the wilds of Skyrim. They called forth a challenge, to cultivate a beast to fight in 3 years' time, and then reconvene on the shores of the Abyssian to battle these beasts to the death. Hircine agreed, for this was his day, and the challenge of beasts pulled on his heart. Knowing Sheogorath to be a trickster, Hircine secretly bred a foul abomination in his realm. This ancient Daedroth, cursed with lycanthropy and a snarling dervish of dark claws and ivory fangs, was his finest horror. Upon the fateful day, they met upon the hills of Skyrim's coastline once more, his beast summoned forth from the realms of oblivion. Sheogorath, ever sly, simply stepped aside to reveal his champion, a small songbird, colorful and blissfully unaware of the impossible behemoth before it. As the battle commenced, the small songbird danced upon the snout of the Daedroth and sang its blissful tune as the beast tore out its very flesh and eyes to try and kill its avian foe. For hours the beast howled in fury as it slashed itself away. Once it passed, Hircine was furious, but defeated, and he discarded the corpse of the beast and left for his realm, his swears still raging in the mountains of Skyrim to this day. Sheogorath walked the Abyssian coastline, humming along with the tiniest champion of Tamriel. The 9th and 12th books speak of Vermania, the Daedric Prince of Nightmares, and Malakath, the keeper of the sworn oath and bloody curse, respectively. Their tales are cautionary tales as well, dear viewer, to never underestimate the freedom that madness brings. I hear you can find all 3 copies in the Books of Bliss if you're willing to explore Oblivion for them. For the less adventurous, Aradia of Winterhold may be willing to sell you a copy or 2. Thank you for making it through one of the Elder Scrolls lore series. If you liked the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the little bell if you feel like it. If you'd like, leave a comment below. Give me some ideas for the next type of lore series you'd like to see. Thank you very much, once again.